Welcome. Come on in. Come on in. Come in. Let me know where you're watching from. We're going through and talking about how to build a multiple six-figure beauty business. I have over 10 years of experience in selling beauty products online. I've earned trips. I've sold, I don't even know how much, because the first few years, the company that I was partnered with and all of that, I can tell you it's more than $500,000. I've sold over $500,000 in beauty products. So come on in. Let me know what's your favorite beauty product in the comments. And talk about building a multiple six-figure beauty business, okay? If you want to begin a beauty business, I can tell you right now, you do not need to be a esthetician, a beautician, a makeup artist, a cosmetologist, a hairstylist, any of that. Anyone can start a beauty business. Ask me how I know, because I have built a very successful beauty business. I get orders for beauty products in my sleep. I wish I'd have brought my darker lipstick out. I get beauty products orders in my sleep multiple times a week. This past week alone, my beauty business paid me, AMZN paid me, Mark Zuckerberg paid me, I got paid from DBA, and I got paid for my own courses. That is the power of digital marketing, y'all. Digital marketing skills. When you get digital marketing skills in tow, you will never be broke again another day in your life. Digital marketing is the skill set that keeps on giving. I don't care if you don't ever desire to start a business. You still need to earn income. You still need to generate revenue. You still need to generate cash flow, right? Bankruptcy is bankruptcy, whether it's your business or whether it is your personal life. I want to make sure you guys can hear me, that the music's not too loud in the background, okay? You need to generate income. We need money to live. You know, we talked about that when we talked about women have always had side hustles and contributed to their households for as long as households and women and that have existed, right? You got to pay the bills. You got to have a roof over your head. You got to have transportation. You got to have food. And so you need to make money. So whether you want to have a business, beauty business or not, whether you want to have any kind of business, if you want to have any type of career, if you want to be able to take care of yourself, yeah, you need digital marketing going forward. It is no longer optional to not have some digital marketing skill set. Today in this live, we are going to be talking about how to create a 6, 7, 8-figure beauty business. And the first thing I like to do, because I like to cover all bases in my content, so I'm writing this out as we go along, okay? So the first thing we're going to go into is who. Okay, so clearly, obviously, anybody who's in the beauty industry. So whether you have a beauty brand, if you have a skincare line, if you have a cosmetics line, if you have a hair care line, if you are a hairstylist, if you are a cosmetologist, if you are a makeup artist, right? But here's the thing. A lot of people think you have to be that in order to actually have a beauty business. And I'm here to tell you that you don't, okay? I, for years, corrected people and let them know I am not a makeup artist. I did not go to school for makeup artistry. I did not hold a license for makeup artistry. In the state where I reside, you are allowed to be able to put makeup on people's faces, on the faces of others, as long as you are demoing and you are applying in the transaction of a sale. That is what is true here in Wisconsin, where I reside. You have to look at the laws in your state, but you don't have to put makeup on people in order to have a beauty business. You can sell makeup without applying makeup to people. My model that I was in, the business model that I was in, it was about bringing the beauty counter into home spaces. And so I modeled my business after what I saw at the Mac counter, for example, right? because I went to the Mac counter. I was a Mac addict at the time. We're talking 10 years ago, right? So I would go to Mac like weekly, if not monthly, if not weekly, looking for new product, right? Looking to get my color fix on, right? I always tell this story about how where I worked, we wore apparel, right? So we got to choose. We didn't all have to wear the same thing. We got to choose, but we wore apparel, right? And so I always said that, you know, those of us in like management positions in that, we were some freaks underneath that apparel, because we were some Victoria's Secret shopping and some MAC makeup counter shopping women in Starbucks. Like, those were the three things you could count on from any of us at that particular company, is that we had plenty of MAC, we had our Coach purses, we would walk in with our face made up in MAC, we had Victoria's Secret on under our apparel, we had a Starbucks in hand, and our purse, our Coach purse, hanging off of our arm. So back then there were no memes, but if there were a meme that represented us in management, you know, and above at that company, that would definitely be how we would look. We had a very sleek, it was financial services, so we had a very sleek, professional look, and you know, you could jazz it up. But yeah, those were the things that you could count on: MAC Cosmetics, Starbucks cup, Coach purses, and Victoria's Secret, like some of the smuttiest lingerie underneath that Chase apparel, because that was the piece that we could control and nobody knew but us. And so it was just this whole other mind thing that was going on there. But anyway, so I would be at the Mac counter a lot. So I'm very observant. So I knew how the Mac counter operated. And so I built that particular business model to be very similar to the Mac counter. Okay. So I'm going to break that down for you, but I need a favor from you. I need you to go ahead and double tap that screen, and let's get this to 1,000 hearts. My goal is to get to 20,000, right? I plan to be here for a long time today. So go ahead and double tap that screen. I am going to give you some money making value, these digital marketing skills, I'm telling you. And yes, okay, let's get this out of the way. Yes, I came into all of this with a very strong marketing foundation, over 20 years of sales, marketing, and leadership experience at that time, now over 32 years, okay? Just beginning 32 within the past few weeks. I celebrated my 32nd anniversary of being a marketing professional. So 2 weeks out of high school, I was working on a major consumer brand, and I got my undergraduate degree in marketing with a Spanish minor, and then I went back 5 years later and pursued a master's degree in marketing. And then I went back and got one in finance a couple years after that. So I have multiple master's degrees, double master's degree, and that in marketing. Plus, I've worked with major brands like Disney, like Universal Studios, like Busch Gardens, like SeaWorld, you name it, Hilton Hotels, Intercontinental Hotels, Best Western Hotels, from low-end hotels to high-end hotels. I have worked with all of those brands. So I've also worked with companies like Apple and IBM when they were around. So I've sold and marketed a wide variety of products, and beauty products have always been my favorite. Okay, my one of my projects for undergrad, I did a marketing plan on cosmetics back then, not knowing that in 2013 I would begin a cosmetics business. Okay. And so, like I said, throw up some hearts, give this some hearts. Going to be giving away some value. Let's get this shared out and get more people on here. You know, everything is a like for like exchange. You know what I mean? So I'm going to be giving you some value. Value that you can turn into making money. And all I'm asking for is a double tap of the screen. Okay, that's all I am asking for, is that you double tap that screen. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and write my outline here, and I will share when we get some hearts up. All you got to do is like, throw up some likes. Double tap the screen. It's not that hard. I work with, I've been working with beauty professionals for over 10 years to help them grow their businesses as well. One of my best clients right now is an esthetician. We have blown her sales out of the water because a lot of beauty professionals, what they desire to do is, because a lot of people don't realize that being a beauty professional is very hard on your body, right? It's a very taxing job. A lot of them work 6 days a week, for example. They're on their feet, right? And dealing with the public about their money and their appearance is not the easiest thing in the world to do. So they are always looking to create additional streams of income. That can include selling chairs in their salon if they happen to own it, and renting chairs out, right? I said selling, but it's actually renting out. That can include bringing in products, other people's products, and selling those, and either getting a commission or buying them low and selling them at retail, right? Some even begin to create or private label their own products, right? Some don't private label, they actually formulate and they get patents for their own products. So there's so many different ways that you can make money with beauty. But the number one thing I will tell you is that you can get DBA, you can join DBA, and inside of DBA, we can go through this because I'm not giving my value until there are likes on the screen, okay? Until we are getting some likes. So the Beauty Biz bundle that is inside of DBA, you will learn how to grow as a makeup artist. You will learn how to master the natural beat and master your eyebrows. And we will talk a lot about that. We will also talk, you will also learn ebooks to study for growth. There are ebooks in here, like the cheat code, the natural beat technique, cosmetic vendor guide, learn your makeup brushes. You got to know your makeup brushes. These are all things that I've done, so I can vouch for this training, which is why I offer it. How to color match clients. Yeah, you're going to need to know those things if that is the area that you're in, is color cosmetics. As well as how to increase your income as a makeup artist, right? There's content ideas in here. There's a whole PDF with content ideas. There are flyers that you can not only use to market your own business, but you can resell them. There's an ebook cover. There are business cards and website banners in this module. So this module alone could go from anywhere based on my valuation, anywhere from $197 to $397. And I'm sure there are people who could and would sell it for even more than that. So if you are interested in starting a beauty business, or you have one and you want to make more money but do less, digital products is a great way to do it. Digital products, teaching other people. With my esthetician client, that is something that we've discussed, right? What is her 5-year goal? What is her 10-year goal? And you know, she is approaching 60 and she's a master esthetician. That means she's got letters after her name. She has invested in her skill set, and clients pay her a hefty penny. And so what I've been working with her on is not only increasing her sales, which we've blown out of the water each month, and she gets a commission on those, but also talking about what can she do to be able to get 100% instead of a percentage. And that is what is nice about DBA, is that you get 100% when you sell DBA. DBA also has a done-for-you product vault in there that you can, thank you for the likes. Thank you, Lady Light. That's my girl, Portia. Thank you. That you can actually sell, right? There are done-for-you products in there that you can customize and that you can sell, okay? So you can have multiple streams of income from DBA alone, okay? And I bought DBA because I'm very passionate about digital marketing. It hit me the other day. Like, you got awards. Like, the necklace that I normally wear on live has Swarovski crystals in there. That is a necklace I earned for selling product, right? I've got plaques and awards all over here for selling beauty products over the years. I have earned trips to Punta Cana, to Cancun for selling skincare and color cosmetics. I had become a trainer at one point. I flew around the country and trained all over the country on products. and how to customize cosmetics, along with how to sell them, how to market them, and how to lead teams that market and sell color cosmetics. So why shouldn't I come on here and share more of what I know about building a highly profitable beauty business, right? And a beauty business can encompass so many different things today, right? Everything from lashes to hair and wigs, extensions to nails. Nails are huge, especially on Pinterest. In fact, that's how I even got on Pinterest in the first place, was marketing my beauty business. And then I got into health and wellness because I still am very much about beauty from the inside out. And so that's why I still market things like collagen and multiple collagens. Oh my God, there's so much you can do with beauty. Let me look it up, because beauty, speaking of black jobs, right? Beauty is a highly paid industry for black women. A good percentage of black women who make over 6 figures, they have some sort of beauty business, usually a salon, right? Doing hair, doing makeup, doing nails, because the black beauty customer spends more. We over-index on beauty purchases. Y'all gonna really make me work today, because we spend more on beauty than most other customers, right? As well as personal care, right? So it's not just even makeup and skincare and hair care, right? Do I sell the ebook on makeup and the brushes to use? Yes, that is actually in DBA. So what I would recommend is to actually go to the link in my bio and purchase DBA. That is going to be the best value, because it's all in DBA versus selling it all individually. You're going to save money and get so much more by joining DBA. So if you go to the link in my bio and you go to the third button and you join DBA, you get all of that. That is all in the bundle, the module on building that beauty business. That is all in there. I can also show you, oh my God, I gotta dig it out and find it. I should have dug this up before I went live, but these are like the beauty brushes is a great piece of content, right? I have, I probably can't pull it up on my iPad because I don't think Pinterest is on there anymore. But let me go to Pinterest. I have videos where I've taught, makeup brushes. I have guides that I've created and are on Pinterest. And this is how I sell the product, okay? I have sold makeup brushes by demoing the makeup brush, by demoing what each brush is used for and how to use it. Like a lot of people don't know that. Like where you apply the brush is where you're gonna get the heaviest concentration of pigment, right? And there are brushes that are more dense, so they're gonna pick up more pigment, right? So like I have an angled brush that's for cheeks, right? Well, I don't want a bunch of pigment down here, so you gotta place that up here first. These are things that you can create content on, and you create a very loyal customer base, right? People don't realize that I have an entire brand around beauty called Haute Chocolat. In fact, that's the name on this account, is Haute Chocolat. That is a beauty and lifestyle brand. There was over 25,000 followers on Instagram. I lost that account. And the Facebook business page has almost 26,000 followers on it. I have a community with nearly 2,000 people in there, a very large email list from building that brand, Haute Chocolat. It is a beauty and lifestyle brand, right? It began as about the business of beauty, right? I did not try to be somebody that I was not. I did not say that I was a makeup artist. I did not say that I was an esthetician. I always was very transparent, and I would post that all the time that I am not a makeup artist, okay? Let's see if we can pull this up. Yep, here it is. Okay, so you can see some of the content that I've created, right? There's a YouTube video about cleaning your makeup brushes, right? So I would create a lot of content about deep cleaning your makeup brushes and disinfecting them, right? You can see there are some product photos, but those don't really get a lot of traction. This pin right here on the makeup brush guide, that type of content does very, very well. This TikTok video, a lot of people don't realize you can upload videos onto Pinterest.
Clean your brushes okay. Dirty brushes cause breakouts and bugs, as well as age you and ruin your skin.
So I'm showing how to clean your makeup brushes, right? So you can sell the makeup brushes, and then through affiliate programs, you can, if through like Sephora and Ulta, they have affiliate programs, you can recommend brush cleaners. You can recommend like your Barbasol type stuff that's going to disinfect and be antiseptic, right? If you are working with like makeup artists or people who are demoing product on other people to make sure that they are not passing skin diseases along to other people, right? And that TikTok, that video did very well on TikTok, and I posted it multiple times, okay? I posted it multiple times. So this is an example of how you can create makeup, okay? Beauty sales, okay? That a lot of people don't really understand what a beauty blender is and how to use it. My skin is really glowing. I did my facial today and did my steamer, okay? So listen, I'm gonna just be real with you. When I go live, when I share things online, this is my life. This is my livelihood. I have monetized my life. That might upset some people, and if that's you, this is not the live for you. You don't even want to follow me. You might even want to block me, because I know the future and I know what the future looks like. And if you are not monetized, that's why I look weird. I didn't fill in my brows because I was originally just going to be like no makeup. But then of course when I stood in the mirror and my eyes were a little dark under this, a little dark under the eye, then I had to put on a little concealer. And then I was like, oh, but my lips look so pale. So then I had to put on some pale color. And then once I put the concealer on, then I of course had to put mascara on. And so here we are, okay? So I don't have on foundation. I have just a little bit of concealer here, and I should have filled in my brows, but too late. We're here now. We are here, okay? So a lot of people don't know how to properly use a beauty blender. Like they get it out of the packet and they just go straight to using it. You actually need to prep your beauty sponge in most cases. You need to soak that bad boy in water, and that is what I show in this video. You gotta wet it and re-wet it multiple times. It needs to get really thoroughly soaked, right? So these are all things that you can teach, and as you teach, you earn the right to sell. People will ask you questions, like someone literally just asked here, okay? And by the way, yes, DBA, I will go through what is all in there again, okay? How to grow as a makeup artist. Master your eyebrows. Ebooks to study for growth. There's content ideas, and then there is master resale rights. Products in there that you can sell on your own. I'm lazy. I am not creating a bunch of products, right? That is a lot of work to create a lot of products, and some are going to sell and some are not. In my opinion, I'm better off to just sell the vault. And the vault is only $111, $27 with 4Pay with Klarna, right? So, and you can just tell people that, you know what, I could sell you each product individually, but you're gonna want it all. Once you buy one, you're gonna want it all. So for $25 for what it would cost to buy one of them, you can get access to all of it today for $27, and you can learn how to build the business behind it. And who wouldn't want to do that, right? So you can go to the link in my bio and click the third button, and you can join DBA. And here's the great thing. You are going to get the foundations of how to build a business, right? You're going to get the foundations of digital marketing, of editing, building digital products with Canva. If you have your own, like I'm seriously considering creating my own MRR all around building a profitable beauty businesses, because it's really my brand and it's my wheelhouse. It's what I know, okay? And I work with and I coach beauty businesses, so it's not just my own success. I have helped people for the past 10 years build successful beauty businesses, okay? I've flown all around the country and trained how to build, how to sell beauty products. I know it inside and out, okay? So it's just best to get the vault, get the entire vault, and you get so much more with it. Building your own personal credit, being able to secure. I have sold so much beauty products that I have had a business lines of credit for years, right? You can, and it doesn't even have to be going to a bank. Like if you use, people don't realize, if you use PayPal, if you run transactions through PayPal, right? If you run more than $10,000 in transactions through PayPal, you likely qualify without having your personal credit checked. You likely qualify for PayPal Capital, where they will loan you several $1,000s and you pay it back as a portion of your sales, right? And you can pay it off early with no penalty. It's a flat fee. So if you borrow $10,000, they tack their fee on top of it, and you might have to pay back like $11,000 or something like that. I don't know. I'm just making these numbers up. And then you probably pay anywhere between 10 and 20% of your sales back to them. And so what my clients have been able to do under my guidance is they actually grew their sales because they participated in PayPal Capital, right? So we calculated, if you have to pay 20% of your sales to PayPal Capital, you need to sell more to make the same amount of money, okay? But that money that you're getting from PayPal Capital, we're going to invest that money into ads. And so we grew their sales. Am I making sense here? So it takes strategy. And so I brought my 20 plus years of sales, marketing, and leadership experience across a wide variety of industries, and most currently at that time in financial services. And people were able to build very powerful brands and sell a lot of product. And my own self, my own business, I earned trips, earned, all kinds of bonuses, both cash and otherwise, for selling beauty products, right? And if you follow me on Facebook, you've seen that over the years. One of my favorite stories is how I manifested a trip to Cancun, right? So when I knew that there was a trip to Cancun on the line, I knew I was going to have to grow my sales. And so I did the calculations, right? So I did the calculations, and I knew how much I would need to sell each month. And it was a stretch. It was more than what I was doing, but I was like, okay, well, if I'm already doing this, I know that I can do this much more. I need to get this many more customers each month, right? And so then I looked up the resort where we would be staying, and I downloaded pictures and video, and I used TikTok, and I green screened myself at this resort and on the beach. And then I was there after I manifested the trip, and I realized, like, oh my God, I literally manifested standing right here in this spot, because I had green screened myself in that spot, right? So this isn't just about me. I have worked with clients and helped them. Black Friday, I have a whole Black Friday. I could do a whole MRR on Black Friday and beauty products alone, okay? So I will be honest, I've never sold my own beauty products. I've always been more about selling other people's products. And that's what I love about MRR and PLR. The stuff is done for you. I already feel stretched enough as it is. And I use a lot of automation in PLR, but because of the way my brain works and how much I love to create, I already feel stretched to the max, right? And so if I had to develop the product and work with the attorneys and all the legal compliance on the product, and then you got to manage inventory, for me, now for some people, y'all might welcome the challenge, and more power to you. You just hire someone like me as your marketing arm, right? Because no one person can truly do it all. No one person can truly do it all and do it all well. It's like I say about the Cheesecake Factory, right? I love the red velvet cheesecake at the Cheesecake Factory because I don't like chocolate. But all that white chocolate, no, I'm a white chocolate and caramel. Okay, white chocolate and caramel, right? And so they have that, and it has like flakes of white chocolate on it. I absolutely love it. It's 1,200 calories and well worth the 1,200 calories. I need a throat break. Okay, so very little of my lipstick transferred to this when I drank out of it. that is content. You have to know how to market and sell these products. So I'm going to be going live about this a lot because I don't know, I kind of stepped away from beauty. I still make money from it, but I haven't been actively promoting it. And I think I'm starting to figure out that it's not about me actively promoting it now. It's about doing what I did for another company as a contractor and now doing it on my own for the masses, and that's teaching how to build a beauty business. Okay, so where was I? Okay, so yeah, the vault, you're going to be so much better off to just go to the link in my bio. It's only $111, and not only that, you can get started for only $27. And volume 2 drops tomorrow. I know there's been a lot of hullabaloo about DBA, but I saw it with my own eyes. A lot of that was squashed. A lot of that was just not true. That was people being messy. There was someone who got blocked from DBA because she was doing shady stuff. And unfortunately, people believed her and took her at her word when she just was causing drama. But the content in DBA was not stolen. Anything that is in DBA is there because the master resale rights and the private label rights were purchased, and and she's well within her rights to have that information inside of DBA. I would not be marketing something that was shady. I just don't do it. That's just not me. It's absolutely not me. Beauty products is such a fun thing to market, but you really need to know what you are doing, okay? So the first thing is, who can start a beauty business? Anybody can start a beauty business. You do not have to be a beauty professional, okay? I always said, I am not a makeup artist. I am not a cosmetologist. I'm not an esthetician. I'm not a hairstylist. I'm not any of that, right? I'm just a regular girl who loves skincare and makeup, okay? And I happen to have a really strong background in sales, marketing, and leadership. And so I just brought it all together and made it work for me. And anyone can do that. I know estheticians will get mad about celebrities and their skincare, but you know what? You don't have to be an esthetician to create skincare and sell skincare. They can work with the same people. That's what I'm going to say. The same people that formulate skincare lines that estheticians use are the same people formulating the skincare lines for celebrities lines. They all are working with the same labs. There are not that many labs in the United States. They're all working with the same labs. But see, I have a marketing background, so I understand that. I understand private labeling. I understand licensing agreements. I understand reseller agreements, right? So that's just, scarcity mindset, right? So anyone can create a beauty business. So the first step in creating your beauty business is deciding what product, right? What product you are going to use. And honestly, what is the name of your brand, right? What is the name of your brand? What does it stand for? Why are you choosing that name? And how does it relate to who your ideal client is? Who is it that you serve, right? Some markets, they're all profitable, but some markets are going to be more profitable than others. Some markets are going to be more profitable than others, okay? And that's just a fact. It doesn't mean that it's better or different. Whichever one you're passionate about is the one you should run with, regardless, okay? Whichever one you're passionate about is the one that you should run with, because you can still make it more profitable for you. You can still make it more profitable compared to others, okay? So some very highly profitable markets are, like I said, African American women, women of color. Black women gonna spend some money on some beauty and some skincare. That's why I've always been interested in it as a business, because I grew up, my mother doesn't wear makeup at all now. She would wear a little sometimes, like on special occasions when we were kids, but she didn't slack on her skincare, and she always took care of her skin. Even when I was little, like my granddaughter's age, I remember my mom using oil of Olay and other products. My grandmother, she was a makeup girl. She was a Barbie, right? She didn't wear it every day, but when she went to church and to different events. I remember her sitting in the bathroom, and she would even keep her makeup in baggies, and she was like a fashion fair girl, right? So I've always grown up around it, and even aside from makeup and skincare, Black people have a lot of personal. You go in any Black bathroom, and there is a lot of personal care in there. That's also one of the reasons we actually have more incidences of certain kinds of cancers, because of the toxicity in some of the products. So we do have to be careful, right? And so that's also another highly profitable market, is that market that doesn't want the toxic products. So the clean beauty, the green beauty is a very lucrative niche to nail down, okay? Another profitable niche is the anti-aging. The anti-aging niche is huge. People who want to preserve their youthful beauty and their glow, right? And my whole thing, okay, because I'm 50 years old, right? So my whole thing is not necessarily that I need to reverse the signs of aging. It's not even. Yeah, it is. I ain't gonna lie. It is. Yes, I don't want to look old. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't want to look old, and I'm unapologetic about that. If you want to look old, I have friends. They relish in looking old. And they can't wait to be gray haired and wear old people clothes and talk and act like an old lady. For whatever reason, that behooves them. I love that for them. I love that for them. If you want to look old, you want to look aged and elderly, kudos to you, okay? But it's not always about vanity. In my case, I raise my hand and I proudly say it is vanity. It absolutely is vanity. And it has nothing to do with beauty products and beauty companies targeting me and making me feel less than. Absolutely not. The thought was there already in my head. It ain't got nothing to do with nobody else. It's what I want. Okay? Everybody's not a victim. Everybody's not a victim. Same thing with the debate the other night. Ain't nobody tried to convince me what to believe, what was said and what I heard. I heard what I heard. I was raised to be able to think for myself. The media doesn't have to sway me on a dang thing. I can figure it out and read between the lines for myself. And now my grandchildren, I'm part of the village that's raising them to be able to think the same way. My grandson sat there and watched it with me. Yeah, it was. And yeah, it was horrible. It was like watching a train wreck. But I used to watch stuff like that with my grandparents, so I was babysitting my grandkids and I had them watch with me. And my grandson, who just turned 10 in April, he had his own feelings that he voiced about what he saw. The media didn't. We watched it live. Nobody had to convince us of what we heard. We heard what we heard. He said what he said and he meant it. He meant what he said and he said what he meant. Point blank period in the discussion. And I only bring that up because it's the same thing with this whole thing about beauty standards. Ain't nobody got to convince me that I want to look a certain way. I might see certain things and I might like them and be like, oh, I wonder how that would look on me, right? So we got to stop passing on our own insecurities and our own beliefs and trying to transfer those to other people. Transfer our own traumas, right? Some of y'all just got to accept your DNA might not be as good as some of the rest of ours. Some of y'all just don't have the DNA that we have. Some of y'all don't have the skin. Right? And even with the DNA and the skin that I have, I still invest in making sure that it looks good. Because it's not just about vanity. It is also about hygiene. It's also very much about hygiene. Right? Moisturizing your skin is not vanity. It is a necessity. You should be moisturizing your skin. I don't see what the problem with that is. Right? You should be cleansing your skin. I don't care if you've been in the pool, if you've been in the lake, you need to bathe. And you need to use a product to clean your skin. You do. My grandkids come over. It was so funny. Their mom laid in my bed one time and my grandson came in. He's like, Nana, she's in your bed with her street clothes on. Because Nana don't play that. Nana don't play that. I don't want no street clothes in my bed. No. Right? When I worked with the public And there were a lot of elderly people that would come into that location, and elderly people and children carry a lot. Everybody carries a lot of germs, but it's exacerbated with the elderly and with small children. I know because I'm very clean. I kept my children clean, and my oldest daughter used to bring me pink eye, and she never had it, but I used to always get pink eye when she was in Montessori, right? Until I figured it out, and then I made some changes and knew what to do, okay? And so I would come home and I would immediately strip to minimize, and this was long before what happened in 2020, to minimize that stuff being in my home, and I would spray it down, right? So it's not always about beauty standards. There's also cleanliness. There's also hygiene, right? There's also hygiene, okay? And, you know, I could go on and on for hours and talk about that, but building a six-figure beauty business is what we're here to talk about, so let's get back to that, okay? So you need to know who it is that you're serving, right? Like I said, the green market, clean beauty, is a huge market. Anti-aging. So anti-aging can be anywhere from like mid-20s, honestly, on up. But your over 40 and your over 50 markets are also very huge, profitable markets to target, okay? Your younger girls are also still very profitable, but their needs are going to be very different. And one of the things I work with my clients on when it comes to Facebook ads is you don't actually have to have the best creative and all this other stuff that bro marketers will teach you. If you get your targeting right and you get your messaging right, none of that other stuff, I won't say it doesn't matter, it matters less, okay? And so I really work with my clients on getting their targeting right, okay? And one of the first things I teach them is you've got to run different ads based on the age group. My ideal client is from 25 to 65 is some BS. Malarkey, as my grandson learned. I taught him that malarkey is a euphemism for BS, and it's a safe way to cuss. So he's been using malarkey a lot in the last couple days because I taught him that. But even things like teeth whitening, that is a huge market, right? Because even myself, as much as I've invested in my skin, in that I was looking at some videos and I'm like, girl, those teeth. So a company actually reached out to me and I did some UGC work for a teeth whitening brand, and now my teeth look better, and I'm gonna keep using that. And I learned some natural things as well to do to keep my smile nice and bright, because your teeth will age, okay? So there are a lot of very profitable niches within beauty, right? All beauty is not the same. Beauty is a very large niche, right? I mean, multi-trillions of dollars compounded annual growth rate for beauty, and it is expected to continue. And you know, a lot of people would think like, oh, the younger folk aren't, you know, that profitable of a market. Have you seen the TikToks about these 12-year-olds and the havoc they cause in Sephora, and how they're in there spending, you know, $300 to $500 at a time on their mother's credit cards, right? Perfume, that falls under beauty. Baby, beauty and self-care, I'm telling you, the majority of women, not majority, but a good number of women who have created wealth and are black, they are beauty professionals, because it is a big business. The black beauty consumer is a highly profitable consumer. Now, I'm not saying that for you to exploit that, because clearly I am a black woman. I don't know if you noticed it or not, but I am a black woman. And so I'm not talking about exploiting us and like how these companies have been putting toxins in products, right? So if you can create that overlap between the green and the clean customer, for example, and the black beauty customer, that is how I earn trips. That is how I sold, you know, of this one brand in particular, I've sold $75,000 worth of skincare, primarily skincare, okay? Primarily skincare and some color cosmetics, right? And we're not talking $10 cleansers. We're talking a $49 cleanser. We're talking like $249, might even be higher than that, like $279 for 5 products in the package, right? You know, when you bundle it all together. So beauty is very, very lucrative, okay? So you need to know who it is that you serve, what motivates them, why do they desire the product, because you're going to create content around that desire. And I already showed you some of the content I created, like, you know, makeup brush guides, right? How to use your beauty blender, like people using their beauty blender wrong. And not, you know, like one of my highly trafficked blog posts, it was, you know, my beauty blender won't expand. You know, people were Googling that. But when you did the keyword research, it showed up as a 0. But I was getting thousands of hits a month because I ranked for that. Okay? So you can't always go by the volume because it was too new, so Google just didn't have the data. But instinctively, I knew, because in conversations with my clients in doing consultations, I knew that it was a searched item. I knew, okay? And so I would train on that in my classes, in my sales, marketing, leadership classes, and then I also created content around how to make sure that your beauty blender expands. You got to put it in water. Sometimes you got to hold it underneath there, and then you got to squeeze it and put it back in there again so that it gradually is really absorbing and expanding. It's a little bit of a process, but it only takes about 10, 15, 20 minutes, right? Depending on if it is latex or not, right? It actually goes faster if it's latex. If it's not, it can take a little bit longer, okay? How to use your makeup brushes. What makeup brush to use for what? What cleanser, how to clean and disinfect your makeup brushes, because a lot of people don't realize that cleaning and disinfecting is a completely different thing. You don't know, you might not know this, but your sheets impacts your beauty. Okay, not just it, you know, the difference between cotton and satin, for example, but they need to be cleansed and disinfected and regularly too. There was a study, and I created a whole carousel on this, right? Oh, my carousels for beauty are bomb. Oh my God, I'm so proud of them. I'm so proud of me. But Business Insider, like, your toilet seat is often more clean than your pillowcase, because, you know, a lot of people will wear makeup and then they don't wash it off at the end of the day. So everything that's in the air, the free radicals, the toxins, the chemicals, is on your face, and now you're transferring it back and forth from your face and the pillow in your sleep. And that is often where breakouts come out, and that will age you. So these are content ideas that you can create content around, and you don't have to be a beauty professional. You can do a little bit of research. Back then, it was Google searches, it was YouTube searches, and now you can use things like ChatGPT, Perplexity, and AI to help you come up with content ideas, things like Answer the Public, and you can create content ideas. And these are things that I have taught in, you know, like my Influence Booster course from 2018 was largely for beauty professionals, and how to leverage social media to create that 6 or 7 or 8 figure beauty business. Okay, so, you know, it's who do you serve, and then you need to pick a high converting product. You need to pick a high converting product, and this is why beauty brands very rarely will begin with a foundation. Okay, especially digitally, because you got to worry about matching people. You got to worry about matching people. It's not impossible. I created customized foundations and would match people over Zoom and through pictures and selfies, right? But these days, you got to really make people send you a non-filtered photo, right? And it's got to be in natural sunlight and other things, right? And there are charts out there, and sometimes they're just still not that great, okay? So you want a high converting, a highly consumable product, okay? I don't have any in front of me, but I have a whole collection of makeup palettes, right? Makeup palettes are awesome, and they are highly profitable. But the problem with makeup palettes, especially like eyeshadow palettes, is face palettes are a little more consumable than eyeshadow palettes, but eyeshadow palettes, they last for freaking ever, right? And often what a customer would come back and they would want is they would want just one shade. They would want just one shade. Oh, it's too deep in the closet, but I'll have to come back live and show you. You know, there are, you know, back then I could offer individual little eyeshadow palettes and use a metallic palette and put them in there. All right, there are brands out there that still do that. Okay, so eyeshadow palettes are not highly consumable. That's not something that a person is going to need to buy over and over again, right? Because that starting over at zero life is hard. It is a very challenging life. By the way, if you have any questions, make sure you drop them in the chat. Let me know what questions you have, and don't forget to double tap that screen and let me know that you appreciate this value, because I am bringing the value. I am giving you the value on how to create a 6, 7, 8 figure beauty business. I myself have sold well over $500,000 in beauty products and services. Probably, now that I think about it, maybe even like $1 million in the last 10 years, you know, when you think about revenue on that, right? So yeah, like, and that's why I liked the custom foundation, because it was close to 100% profit, right? Once I bought the kit, you know, you could calculate how much each little bottle you made cost, and it was still, you know, well over 80% profit. The problem was I wanted a digital product, and I wanted to be able to scale up, and you can't really scale up when you have to match and you have to create the foundation. I wanted something that was drop shipping, that I didn't have to maintain inventory. I could send them to a website, pull up the iPad in front of them, and they could order it right there. Okay? And I wanted them to be able to reorder it without having to get me involved. And so that was why I kind of backed up off of the color cosmetics. They made for great content. Whipping those up made great content. That content did so well. It did phenomenally. You know, the problem, like I said, is it's really difficult to scale that. However, it really kind of limits your income earning potential. But the brilliant part about that is I created packages. I would package sell it. Okay, so I would sell it with the primer, the makeup brush or beauty sponge, and a setting spray, and sometimes a setting powder or a customized tinted sunscreen, for example. So I only sold packages. I did not sell individual foundations because it was volume based. And once I bought that kit, yeah, I would get that check, but I wouldn't get another check until I bought another kit. So yeah, how do you make money in between became the problem. And me being the problem solver that I am, I said I am only going to sell packages. So they would have to buy the things that would make it a better experience for them: the primer, the setting spray, the makeup brush, and then that was generating new volume for me, and I could calculate how many I needed to do in a week in order to hit certain volume and get new money coming in, right? And that is why you need a strategist. That is why I would recommend the DBA and with the business model on there on building a beauty business. Okay, that module is going to teach you how to show up as a makeup artist, how to master eyebrows, how to master the natural beat, ebooks to study for growth. It's going to give you content ideas, right? And then there are products in there that are done for you that you can sell, right? You can also go beyond the chair, as we call it. You can also, because there is a module in there on credit, for example. There is a module in there on coming on investing and stocks. These are things that will allow you to attract other beauty professionals and be able to sell DBA to them, right? It is so much better, in my opinion, to sell the entire vault, because otherwise you are getting and spending a lot of time customizing and creating, on your store products that might not ever move. So I'd rather just sell the whole vault, and I'm very honest with people. You know, you're just better off to buy the whole vault. Why buy the book for $50 when you can get the vault for $111? You can actually get access to the entire vault for only $27 today, right? Because yeah, you can break it up. You can sell flyers. You can sell the ebook cover. You can sell business cards. You can sell website banners. But why not just sell the vault? Why not just sell the vault? I get it. There are people out there that don't want to sell the vault because they want the customer to keep coming back to them. But there are other ways for the customer to keep coming back to you, right? Like mentorship. There's a lot of money in mentorship. There's a lot of money in coaching and consulting. There's a lot of money in the services, right? You can even pay a third party to do the services for you, right? So, you know, we got to think bigger. We got to think abundance. We have to get rid of the scarcity mindset and the scarcity thinking. Okay, let's see how long we've been on here. Okay, so it's a six-figure beauty business is well within your reach. It is well within your reach. It takes strategy. It takes tools. It takes resources. And I'll be honest, community. Having that community that you can go to and know they're not all your competition. They might focus on other areas, but you can learn from those other areas and apply it, adjust it and apply it to beauty, okay? So, you know, that's the great thing about the DBA community is that you can literally ask other people like, hey, this is what's going on. Have you guys encountered anything like this in what you do? And how did you solve it, right? The community is what really makes DBA special. You've got the community and you've got the done for you products. And now I've also added BPU, which is teaching you how to sell the digital products, right? So even if you didn't want to sell digital products, I would still recommend DBA because of the modules that are in there. It's not just the business module alone. Good afternoon, beautiful. How's it going? It is going great. Thank you. Thank you, Digital Blessings by Terry. Thank you so much, okay? So really, guys, it would help me out a lot. I'm giving you some value. Double tap that screen. Hashtag FYP if you're picking up what I'm throwing down. Let's get this out there because there are a lot of people who want to start beauty businesses. Beauty, lipstick is said to be recession proof. It is a product that people will buy even during a recession, okay? They were even buying it during the time when people had to wear masks, okay? So beauty is a phenomenal, profitable industry, okay? So you're gonna start with, who are you? Who are you as a brand, right? You're gonna get your branding down. That is also in DBA, okay? That is also in DBA. The branding module alone is valued at, I would say, anywhere from $697 to $997. That is just the branding module alone. So if I were looking to start a beauty business, I would definitely join DBA because you're going to get the branding module. You're going to get a module on digital marketing. You're going to get a module on video editing, right? You're going to get a module on Canva. You're going to get the business in a box module. You're going to get a module on forming your business. You're going to get a module on you know, your personal and business credit, right? And then there's additional modules coming on, you know, stocks, right? On what to do with the money that you're making, how to invest it, right? You know, so to me, the lick is to join DBA because you're going to get volume 1 and you're going to get volume 2. And volume 2 is 25 additional modules and it is free through tomorrow only. Okay, on Monday when volume 2 releases, the price goes up. I will be selling modules 1 and 2 for $333. You'll still be able to get module 1 for $111, but you will not get access to volume 2 as of Monday. You'll only get volume 1. Okay, so you study long, you study wrong. And some of y'all been joining on live and watching for quite some time now. It is only $27 to get access to the entire community and vault with Klarna or Afterpay. I can't stress that enough. It is only $27 with the down payment with Klarna or Afterpay. And after you have it, I would actually recommend getting BPU, which I just added to my store last night. That is the Business Pro University that actually teaches you how to sell digital products. Okay, so the two of those together, you are definitely set to build a 6, 7, 8-figure business. The sky is the limit. It is really dependent upon you, the time you spend on it, your talent, your the amount of money you want to throw at it, which you really don't have to throw a lot, and your totality, which is your influence, your network. And just because you might not have the network today doesn't mean you can't have the network in 6 months with dedicated focus, really even in 90 days. I don't work on a year. I work on a 90-day year. I work quarterly. The quarter is my year. I have quarterly goals. And then it all adds up to whatever it adds up at the end of the year. Okay, so my quarterly goal. I look at this quarter compared to last quarter. I do it just for seasonality, and I set my goals of, how I want to grow. And that is how I got all those plaques and awards over there for selling beauty products, because I work on that quarterly basis. Actually, let me see if I can pull up some of those plans. I might sell them. Oops, I went to Cancun.com. Destination Cancun marketing plan. Right here. Destination Cancun marketing plan. And I hit my goals. I exceeded it, right? I hit and exceeded my goals, right? I also have team sales well into the 6 figures of selling beauty products. Nice. Thank you. Right? So that's what I said. I didn't have the experience as a makeup artist, as a cosmetologist, or any of that. I had a love for the products, right? I had a love for the products. I had vast sales, marketing, and leadership experience over 20 years back then. Now it's over 32. And I brought the two together. This is the Facebook page for my business and lifestyle, for my beauty and lifestyle brand. That page goes all the way back to June of 2013. 26,000 followers on this page right here. And it is an active page. I get inboxes, I get orders from this page, right? I have content of me doing get ready with me's and that I restream and people order, right? So I might need to create a beauty academy. I think I should create a beauty academy, MRR Beauty Academy. I think I need to do that. It's becoming more, the more I talk, the more I'm convincing myself, where I would have been just too lazy and not wanted to do it. But I really think I'm seeing signs that that's something that is supposed to come out of all of this for me, okay? Because like I said, my thesis for my undergraduate degree, I did on color cosmetics and marketing them to African American women, because there was a gap, right? That was long before brands like Fenty came out with all those shades for us, and other brands that are out there. You literally had to go to the mom and pop, in the hood store. And I don't mean that in a negative way, but that was part of my marketing discussion, was that you had to really be in the right community, in the right distribution area, right? And so people who lived in certain areas, and that's still true to this day. Black women who move to certain areas, they can't just walk into the store and get products for their hair or for their skin. They have to order it online, or they shop in bulk when they go to certain places, because they just can't walk into Walgreens. They can't just walk into Walmart and get the things that they need for their hair type, for their skin, right? Because our skin has to be moisturized. We got to moisturize our skin, right? We've got to, we over-index in certain things like psoriasis and eczema because of the diet in this country, right? A lot of people don't talk about this stuff. They don't know that, right? Our grandparents, our great-grandparents didn't have those issues because they ate a lot more food that they grew in their own gardens, right? And some of them even, how do I want to say it? Because I don't want to get a strike on TikTok. But they raised their own livestock. That's what I want to say. They raised their own livestock and ate their own livestock. And you can fill in the blanks on that, okay? So I'm not saying they were the healthiest, but actually when you look historically, I bet if you do your family line and you go back to like the early 1900s and the late 1800s, they actually lived some very long lives. At least in my family they did. Like my dad's grandmother, so my paternal great grandmother, not only was she a cougar, her husband died before her, and he was a lot younger than her. She lived, I want to say, to be like 100. She lived to be like 100, maybe even a little older than 100. You said in your family too they did. You know, you can go to things like findagrave.com, hopefully, and you will see that they actually lived some really long lives. They didn't drink a lot of alcohol a lot of the time. Now, the city folk, they might have, but the country folk, they didn't really drink a lot. Some of them didn't drink a lot of alcohol, and they ate food that they grew and that they cultivated their own livestock and that themselves. And so that is why because, you know, in the beauty rooms back in the day, you used to hear it all the time. My grandma only used water on her face and Vaseline. This is a content post that I did that did very well also. That's because that's all that she had. And that if she went into Walgreens or Woolworth, she was risking getting arrested. That's why that's all that she used, okay? But she also wasn't drinking Henny by the bottle. She wasn't drinking brown liquor. She wasn't eating, you know, fast food for 3 meals a day, 7 days a week either, right? She wasn't not sleeping, being stressed out about a man. I mean, she probably might have still been stressed because they, you know, but they just handled it differently is what I'm saying, right? They weren't as exposed to all the chemicals and the radiation and different things that we are, okay? So, like I said, the black beauty customer is a very lucrative business, whether it is from a product standpoint or a service standpoint. Don't be thinking you're going to exploit us though, okay? Because we will call you out, right? Green beauty, clean beauty, highly lucrative market, okay? Anti-aging. And anti-aging, I separate from 40 and over as well as 50 and over and even 60 plus, okay? Each one of those, it can be a different segment. You can lump them all together, but because I recognize the differences between them, I like to market to them separately. So I might market the same product to all of them, okay? My best beauty customer is a Jewish woman in her 60s and $5,000 to $6,000 a year in skincare. And she refers people. She refers people. Okay? So Matt talks about this in BPU. Your ideal client is the person who desires what it is that you're selling. So you have to work it backwards. You have to figure out why they desire the product. One, what is the result that they desire, and why do they desire it? Losing weight isn't just about losing weight. And that is why some people lose weight and they're still very unhappy. It's talked about a lot on this app when it relates to certain influencers and creators, right? I guess we call them more creators these days than influencers, right? Losing a lot of weight, bariatric surgery. I worked with a woman who wound up getting a divorce after she got bariatric surgery because her husband loved saving the fat girl, and once she was no longer the fat girl. And once she was no longer the fat girl, she really became the mean and catty girl, which is ultimately why I think she got divorced. And she did some not so faithful stuff too. So, you know, just like being rich doesn't make you a different person. It just makes you more of what you already were. Okay? So, oh no, yeah, you know, the stories we all can tell, right? So, beauty is not only highly profitable, but you have to know ultimately why. Weight loss is not just about losing weight. Makeup is not about beauty standards. The people who attack, body positivity and all that, that's not why people wear beauty. Beauty is confidence. Makeup is confidence applied directly to the face. Makeup is about how it makes you feel. And I understood that the moment I was having an event in the building where my grandmother was living at the time. After my grandfather passed away, they had sold the house and they were living in a newer construction downtown. I tried beauty and skincare in my younger age, laugh out loud, not my thing, but you sound very passionate. Yeah, you know, and that's just it. It's not for everybody, right? But for those that it is a very profitable. Like when I tell you I was at the Mac counter and okay, so oh my God, I'm telling like 3 stories at once. So I gotta back up. Okay, so let's keep talking about beauty being confidence applied directly to the face. So my grandmother had moved into this building. Multiple of her sisters lived in this building, and she had a sister-in-law who lived in this building. My grandmother and the sister-in-law has since passed away, but my great uncle's ex-wife lived in that building. And so my grandmother called them all down to the community room, and I had all the makeup out and everybody was playing with it. And when she put that red lipstick on and she looked in the mirror and she said, "That's me," and she squealed like a little girl, I understood that what I was doing was about how it made people feel, about the experience, more so than the product itself. So this idea that people wear makeup because these evil makeup companies make them feel less than, no, that's not what it's about. It's about how it makes them feel, right? She literally lit up like a little girl and squealed like a little girl. I get chills thinking about it to this day, because she was a pretty quiet woman, just kind of, but it's like it just gave her so much confidence, right? That's why they say a red lipstick is the new power tie, right? I posted that quote and made images about that and posted them all over social media and been able to sell a lot of red lipstick. I'm thinking back to last Saturday when my little 4-year-old granddaughter who was here, like, okay, so my mom wasn't a little bit into makeup. I really was, and this is the one thing I always got into trouble about, because I wasn't supposed to wear it until I was 16, and I was always sneaking and wearing it before then. My oldest daughter, complete glamaholic, complete. And her little mini-me is going to be even worse, right? So she discovered my makeup collection, and there are a couple lipsticks there's lipstick all around this place, right? And red lipstick. She wanted a red lipstick, right? It's not about being provocative. She doesn't even know how to think like that. She just loves like Barbie and being pretty and makeup. So she wanted a red lipstick. Red lipstick, it's empowering. It makes people feel more confident. And so, for your corporate woman, that's a quote that you can use, is red lipstick is the new power tie, okay? So then I had another story that collided, and I can't remember what it was, but I will tell you, I was at the Mac counter looking for my fix. I would go on lunch break to the mall, to the Mac counter to see what new stuff do they have, because I wanted more new stuff. So it only made sense. And when I started my beauty business, I started with a small kid. Next thing you know, I kept buying stuff because I would look at the catalog, and it was like, if you're old enough to remember the Sears or the JCPenney Christmas catalog, that's what it was like. I wanted it all. And guess what? Not only did I want it all, I sold it all. But here's the thing. If you have a catalog business or even just an online business, you're not going to sell the entire catalog. My content was not selling the entire catalog. My content for the longest time was brows. It was brows, contouring, and face, and lipsticks. And the setting spray. Everybody loved the setting spray. And that's what you have to understand too. People who didn't even wear makeup would still buy the setting spray, because it felt good and it was cooling. So like if you have, women in their late 30s and on up, I mean, you can go in perimenopause even in your 20s, to be honest with you. But, as women's hormones are changing, that cooling, and it gave the skin a nice, healthy glow, right? So, you just can't judge, right? I'm going to pull up something here because this is other content that I created. Let me get into Canva because I know that's where it is. I got content all over the place, and this is why I can never stop selling beauty, even if I wanted to, because there is so much content all over Instagram, all over Twitter, X, all over Instagram, multiple accounts, all over Facebook. I have content everywhere. I could pass away and my kids are still going to collect beauty sales because the content is there. And that is the power of DBA. That is why you want to join DBA. Is there anybody here? Let me know if you have joined DBA with a 1 in the comments. Okay, so here it is. So I gotta make it bigger because my eyes. Eye makeup like mascara and eyeliner are amongst cosmetics with the highest transaction per head. So what that means is mascara and eyeliner, there are more transactions for those 2 products than any other in cosmetics. Anybody want to guess why? If you don't have DBA, drop a 2 in the comments. Okay? This weather, my allergies, I'm getting that itch and tickle down in there. Okay, eye makeup like mascara and eyeliner are among cosmetics with the highest transactions. Remember what I said. You want a highly consumable product that they are going to run out of and want to buy again. Benefit Cosmetics hooked me on their Bad Gal mascara years ago. They had it in navy. They had plum. Plum was my favorite because plum was my color. Okay, plum was my favorite. Blue, but blue really brings out certain colors in my brown eyes, right? They had the black, and I think they might have had a waterproof. I don't really like waterproof mascara, but they had, it was so black, and oh my God, the best mascara. I loved it, right? This was before Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara and all of those, right? So mascara and eyeliner are consumable products, right? They are highly consumable. They're not the most expensive, but what you do is you create them in multiple colors, and that is what increases the sale. And you sell them as a bundle, like Kylie did with her lip kit, right? So not only are they consumable, I was talking about this earlier. You don't necessarily need an instruction manual to know how to use it, and you don't have to worry about color matching, right? Because if somebody is blonde, then they're probably going to want more of a lighter color mascara, like a brown, or a brown or a lighter color eyeliner, right? But those are great products to bundle, and they are the most per transaction. Okay, so I'm going to tell you something, but you got to double tap the screen, because what I'm going to tell you is going to blow your mind here. Because I've done thousands of consultations over the years. So if you want to know what lie your customer is telling themselves about makeup, and I'm going to bust it wide open, double tap that screen and throw up some hearts, because we want to get more people on this live. Double tap that screen. We want to get to 1,000 likes. Okay, double tap that screen. Thank you so much, Digital Blessings. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, I'm going to tell you the lie that your customer is telling themselves about makeup. And this is based on my own experience, and then I've talked to other beauty professionals. I'm going to tell you the lie they are telling themselves about makeup. Okay? That lie is this, that they don't wear makeup. Your customer is lying that they don't wear makeup more often than not. There are people who truly don't wear makeup. Like my mother truly does not wear makeup. But most people do wear makeup. Guess what they're wearing? Tell me in the comments. What makeup are they actually wearing? They will tell you to their face that they don't wear makeup. They will tell you to your face with a straight face. They don't even realize they're lying. I don't wear makeup till my, nope, that's not it. Nope. You didn't wear makeup till your mid-30s. Yes, they're wearing mascara. They're wearing lip gloss. They've penciled in their brows. So guess what they mean when they say they don't wear makeup? What are they talking about when they say they don't wear makeup? See how they're lying, and I'm not saying they're telling an evil, twisted lie, but they don't necessarily consider mascara, eyeliner, lip gloss as makeup. What are they referring to? Yes, cover up or foundation. That's what they mean. Because again, somebody probably of the XY persuasion convinced them that you're not as pretty if you wear foundation. So a lot of people, especially of a certain generation or two, think that makeup really only means foundation, or as Digital Blessings by Terry called it, cover up. Right? That's why it's called CoverGirl, by the way. Right? They think only foundation means makeup, but no, eyeliner is definitely a color cosmetic. Mascara is a color cosmetic. Lip gloss is a color cosmetic. Lipstick is a color cosmetic. There are a lot of women that do not wear cover up or foundation, but they wear a lipstick. And that customer, by the way, tends to wear more expensive lipsticks in my estimation from what I've seen. They're the Yves Saint Laurent lipstick girl. They're the Chanel lipstick girl. They don't wear a lot of makeup, but the lipstick that they do wear is going to be a more expensive lipstick. Whereas your full face girl, she's going to pick and choose certain items that are going to be more expensive, but she might be okay with a wig store lip gloss, right? She might wear a wig store lip gloss. There are people who will wear, an expensive foundation with a cheaper lipstick. You never know, right? Of course, these are generalities and not, 100%, but that is the reality of it. People will look you dead in the face and tell you that they don't wear makeup. And they do. Because that's perception. And that is why it's important to know who it is that you serve. A lot of people look at who it is that you serve and they just want to rattle off demographics. No, what's the psychographic stuff? What is their motivation for buying? Why is it that they really want to wear that lipstick? And no, you don't have to be unethical and play on they want to feel youthful and they want to be able to compete with the younger girls that their husband is looking at. That's only going to get you so much. You're better off focusing on it being confidence applied directly to the face, in my experience anyway. Because I never played into those tropes. I never played into those. It was always about being confident, being alluring. And now in today's world with the whole dark feminine thing that everybody likes to talk about, or just the feminine appeal in that, you don't have to go into it being about people not feeling good, right? For me, it's about feeling better. It's about more confidence. It's extreme confidence. But without it, I'm still confident. And I say that. I have no problem saying that. Because there are people, again, who like to transfer their insecurities. If you got to wear all that, maybe you should try it. Because if you got to act like that and talk about people like that, what does that say about you? It helps me feel more put together. Yes. Right? And the whole process of it. That's why I like Get Ready With Me's, right? Creating a mood and an experience with the Get Ready With Me. And, it's also a great time to tell story, to educate and teach, not just on the makeup and the product, but about anything. I've done Get Ready With Me's where I'm teaching marketing and sales, right? It actually took me a long time because I was used to going through the product and educating on the product. But yeah, right? I used to consume so much makeup content. Like, I would love how, a creator, influencer might show, I'm going to do my entire face and only use my fingers, no makeup brushes. Or they might, because back in college when your girl didn't have money and definitely didn't know what MAC was, you would use a lipstick, for blush, for your eyeshadow, okay? Right? So, there's so much fun that you can have with creating content for beauty, and it's not all just before and afters. And it definitely is not about going in and you ugly if you don't wear this. Absolutely not. I would highly advise against that, right? So when you are building a 6 or 7 figure business, you have to first know who your brand is. What do you stand for? And in my brand, I stand for confidence. I stand for empowering, right? I stand for building up and edifying. I stand for, women being interdependent, not just independent, but interdependent, right? Because that's the next state, that's the next level above independence, right? But you gotta pick the right mate for the interdependence. You can't just be no anybody now, right? So you have to know who you are and what your brand's values are, what your brand stands for, and who it is that you serve. There are highly profitable markets out there. We've already covered some of them, and that's not all of them. That's just some of them, right? 10, 15 years ago, the big thing was, don't think that the younger girls are not spending a lot of money on makeup. They are very much into prestige brands because we raised them to be. I grew up on Wet n Wild. My daughter grew up on MAC. She grew up on Bobbi Brown. My mom and my grandma, of course, were Fashion Fair. And Fashion Fair actually used to come to my hometown and do the fashion show way back in the day, too. But, yeah, Wet n Wild was, the cheap stuff is what I bought until I could afford more, right? Until I could afford MAC and things like that, okay? So you have to know who it is that you serve and why is it? What do they ultimately want, right? So for example, we were talking about teeth whitening. Did you know for your anti-aging customer, your teeth will tell the truth on you? I have videos that I'm tempted to take down, like, damn, what? And it just so happened at the same time, a teeth whitening company reached out to me, and I did some UGC content for them, and look, right? We fixed that, okay? So, your lipstick, the undertone of your lipstick can make your teeth look worse, can make your teeth look yellow. An orange-based lipstick will bring out the yellow in your teeth, whereas a blue-based lipstick will neutralize that, which will make them look more white. Okay. This is all stuff that I learned in creating content. I am not a beauty professional. I am a product specialist, okay? So you can build a 6, 7, 8-figure business as a product specialist. And again, if you don't have DBA and you want to create a 6-figure business, even if it is like a lash business, the modules in DBA will help you to create that business, right? Because there is a module on building a beauty business using digital marketing. There's a module on digital marketing. There is a module on branding. The branding module alone is valued at $697 to $1,000 easily, okay? Because it has your branding worksheet in there. It has checklists in there. It's got a branding planner in there. There's a branding webinar. That is a $1,000 course in and of itself, and you get access to that. You get access to the digital marketing module. You get access to the beauty business module. You get access to the credit module. You get access to all of these modules for only $111, and you can get started for $25 down with Klarna or Afterpay. Okay. You'll also be able to be mentored by me for free. Oh, that tickle and that itch is getting on my nerves. Okay, so let's look at the classroom here. Okay, if you come up to the top, there's start here, because this is a MRR product that you can resell. You got to know the legality of it. You got to know what you can and what you can't do, okay? And then they help you set up your online store. You can use whatever platform you want to use to set up your online store. The one that I use, for example, is not in the course, okay? It's not in the course. And so there are people who've joined with me, and so I taught them. I gave them very quick instructions, okay? We have an awesome day, gotta run. Thank you so much, and thank you for the likes, right? So they teach, I was gonna say Klarna, but they teach StanStore. And if you have very little tech ability, I would definitely recommend StanStore from what I've heard, okay? Beacons is very high tech, is from what I hear, and then there's also SnipFeed in there as well under set up your store, okay? There's the millionaire mindset. You got to have your mind right. You got to have your mind right, because entrepreneurship ain't for the weak. It ain't for the weak at all. It just ain't for the weak, okay? See, whew, what did I knock down? My control? Oh, that was just my back scratcher. So it ain't for the weak. I'm going to share this out. Okay, so it ain't for the weak. So having this millionaire mindset module in here is nice, because there's motivation, there's inspiration. There is a prayer call every day at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is the Build a Brand module that I was telling you about, okay? That's the Build a Brand module. It is valued, I promise you. I have clients who would easily pay $900 to $1,000 for it. Easily, for the information that is in there. How do I know? Because that's how much they pay me. Just being real, okay? I tend to work with high-end or higher paying clients, okay? So when I was building my beauty business way back in the beginning, I of course naturally went to my organic, my personal market, friends, family. And what I found outside of people who had the education level that I had and who did similar work that I did, they were still buying like Wet n Wild. They were still buying like drugstore makeup. And I was never going to be able to create income that was significant from selling makeup like that. Because not only is that what they bought, it's not like they made up for it and buying like a lot of different colors and things like that. They might just buy one lipstick. And I was grateful for all the support that I got. Don't ever think that I wasn't. But I had to, from a sustainability standpoint, which is what you're going to learn about in DBA, from a sustainability standpoint, a business that could withstand the test of time, which mine has. Okay, can we agree on that? All right. I had to get to customers that spent money on makeup like I did. I had to get to the people that had no problem spending $300 on makeup at a time. Now, they might not be able to do that every month, but yeah, I was looking for the customers that would spend $200 and $300 a month on makeup like me. Because that's what I was doing at the MAC counter. I had the money and I had the desire, and they couldn't even keep up with me. They weren't even releasing new product enough for me. So that's how I wound up over at the benefit counter at Bobbi Brown and, you know, what's the other one? Laura Mercier, right? Because they couldn't even keep up with me. They weren't releasing new product enough, right? And that's one thing people, when they started their internet brands, started to really get, that they needed to really have more releases, right? So, yeah, you know, that mindset, right? So I had to work through mindset around that. Like, you know, you'll hear so many people, oh, your friends and family won't support you. A stranger on the internet is more likely to support you. Sometimes it's just a misalignment. The products that you're offering is not what's right for them. And that's okay. Even with digital marketing, a lot of my organic market, I did not market. They would join my lives and they would support me. They would share, they would like, and I am grateful for that forever. But they just weren't ever going to buy anything from me from digital marketing because it just was not in alignment until DBA. Now they're buying DBA from me. They're buying DBA from me, right? So it's not that they don't want to support you. Sometimes you have to understand and appreciate they are supporting you. They're supporting you in the way that they can from where they are. And you got to be grateful for that in order to attract more of what it is that you desire. And that is why the millionaire mindset is an important module to have in here, okay? Build a bomb brand, like I said, that's worth $1,000 right there. Digital marketing, learn the skill. Digital marketing is a highly paid skill set. Remember what I said. Why have I been successful with a beauty business? Because marketing. And I had to learn digital marketing because they didn't teach digital marketing when I got my master's degree, and certainly when I got my bachelor's degree in the 90s. We just got computers in the lab as I was graduating in the library. When I was graduating college, we had a computer lab But they originally they weren't Windows, they were like DOS computers. And so I would use the Mac computers. That was how I first learned Windows, was on a Mac, not on a Windows based product. Okay, that didn't come until later. Okay, so that's how old I am. Okay, that's how old I am. All right. So digital marketing, learn the skill. It is a highly paid skill. There is so much value in DBA. People just really don't even understand. You have a super powered computer in the palm of your hand that you've paid more than $100 for. Your phone bill is higher than it should be because you're paying for that bill every month. You're paying for that phone every month because we don't get them subsidized like we used to back in the great good old days in the late 1900s, right? So those cell phones, iPhone is going to cost you a good $1,000 these days, a new iPhone. And I always get the one with the most storage, and I like an iPhone Pro Max because that's how I don't need readers. That's how I get away with not wearing readers. Okay, so the digital marketing vault, that learning that is like, it's priceless. You can't even put a price on it, because I don't care if you never want to build a business, you need to learn how to market yourself, because chances are you're going to have to apply for another job at some point, right? You're going to have to apply for something. Even buying a home in some instances, even renting a home in certain areas, right? Like my daughter got the place that she got, she wrote a letter. You know how people will write a letter to the seller to be, for them to accept their offer? She knew it was competitive, so she wrote a letter. And that's how she got the home that her and her children live in now. And she's renting, right? So that is marketing. You have to know how to market. And digital marketing is a highly paid skill set that will pay you over and over again. Products and brands and companies have come and gone over the last 10 years. But what has always remained the same is my digital marketing skill set, right? Brooklyn, who created this, she is looking at doing an affiliate program, right? And I was explaining that an affiliate program is different, right? Because now she's going to be, if she starts an affiliate program, she's going to be responsible for sending out tax documents, right? She's going to be responsible for sending out 1099s, because anybody that makes $600 or more, 1099. So that means she also has to send out W-9s, and people have to fill those out. And you shouldn't pay anybody, not even $1, if they haven't returned their W-9. You want that W-9 in hand before you even pay them $1, just to cover yourself, to make your life easier, to have a W-9 on everybody, right? The other difference is, you don't want to pay out on affiliate right away. You don't. Most affiliate programs don't pay you out for 60 to 90 days after the sale is made. AMZN, because if you say it, I already got a strike against my account for saying it, right? I got a warning in a video, and they tried to say it was fraud, and y'all know I don't do fraud, right? So their affiliate program, by the time they pay me, a lot of times I forgot. I got a surprise payment the other day, like, oh, okay, I forgot all about that, because it's from months ago, right? It's from at least 2 months ago, okay? And a lot of affiliate programs and even monetization programs won't pay you out until your balance with them to be paid out hits a certain amount. I've been in programs where it's been as high as $100. They won't pay you out until you have $100 in sales. Okay, so it's different, because MRR, PLR, your done for you products, they pay you, and then when they sell it, that's their own automation, their own website they have to set up, and they are are setting up their own payment processor, and that is same day money. That is same day money. Okay? That is money you get paid that day. But you also then got to be responsible for the taxes. Right? You still got to be responsible for the taxes on any affiliate income. Right? So they're different. You got to understand the difference. I do both. Because I'm greedy. I want all the money. I want all the coins. Okay? So there's also a module in here on affiliate marketing, but there's a content vault. So there are over 43,000 done for you reels inside of the content vault. There's captions, there's all kinds of content in the content vault. In fact, let's open it up. Let's look. So there's 43,000 reels. There's even more done for you faceless reels. Reels ideas. There's the logo and how to edit the logo. How to create a caption. Done for you captions, right? There's where to find more faceless content. So it's a very powerful module because, y'all know I know the data, like 65% of businesses struggle to create engaging content. So that's half the battle when you have done for you reels in that you can use, okay? This is the done for you vault, okay? That's the done for you product vault. There's over 150 different items in this vault. Courses, there's a lot of ebooks, right? Products that you can sell. But and I'm gonna be honest with you, there are people that sell them. For me, I'm gonna just sell the vault. I'm gonna just sell the vault. Just easier to sell the vault, okay? So there's a done for you vault in here. Look at all that. All that's done for you. And you can customize it and sell it, okay? There is video editing training using CapCut. There's automations. So if you are on Instagram and you see someone say, oh, drop so-and-so below and I'll send you information. And it shows up, but they never left the live and they're still talking. That is done through an automation, and this module teaches you how to do that. Canva editing, that's how you go in and you customize and create your own brand kit. And that is all in the Canva training. TikTok training, IG, learning IG, budgeting like a boss. Okay, if you want to build a bomb brand, you better know some budgeting. You better know budgeting, right? Like I was saying earlier, when it comes to, you know, certain expenses for your business, part of your budgeting is knowing if that's actually going to be a tax write-off or not. A lot of people will go and spend a lot of money only to go then when they go to the tax person and find out they can't write it off. Okay, so that's why I love DBA. It's literally teaching you the things you need to know to build a bona fide business. Not just this stuff that you hear on the internet. Same with credit, right? And no one, like I'm not a tax advisor. I'm not a financial advisor. These are tools that you can use, but you still need to talk to the professionals, okay? Affiliate marketing, Airbnb, right? So you can take the money from your beauty business and you can fund an Airbnb. You can build an Airbnb business. Did you know you can build an Airbnb business and not own an actual property? You can use other people's properties and build an Airbnb business, okay? Coming soon, email marketing, how to launch, YouTube, MRR mastery, funnels, LinkedIn, Pinterest, how to become a virtual assistant, how to build a travel agent business. Over 25 additional modules coming on Monday. But if you join today while I'm live, you get both modules 1 and 2 for only $111. $25 down. It only makes sense. It only makes sense to do it. I'm actually going to be going soon because my body is telling me it's going to be time for lunch soon. So I am here. I would love to answer whatever questions you have. I actually do need to write and get an email out. Yeah, digital marketing and beauty together makes a phenomenal business opportunity, whether it's teeth whitening, whether it's facial steamers, whether it's skincare tools, whether it's wigs, whether it's extensions, whether it's eyelashes. You know, there's so many different ways you can go with beauty. It can be personal care products, right? On Pinterest. I've never run into these on TikTok, but on Pinterest. Let me see if I can find one. It blew my mind when I saw this. There are people, but it made sense because I was this girl in my 20s that go to places like Bath and Body Works and they load up and their entire shower are all these Bath and Body Works, you know, body washes and stuff. Well, I found my own content on that. Let's see. show you this. This is a viral pin of mine. You know what I have that link to? A head wash thing. Okay. Let's look for a bath routine or shower routine. It might be under there. But yeah, you know, you can structure your business as an affiliate. It can be your own products. It can be drop shipping. It can be e-commerce. There's so many different ways you can do it. But you can build a very profitable business, you know, just in the self-care space alone. See, here's one. Vanilla shower routine. All the things I do. All the things. Let's see. Look at that cover photo. See all those products there? Yeah. Like, people go crazy for this stuff. And you can definitely, you know, create that content and then have other products behind it that you're recommending, right? You be the plug. You be the, here's one. Why I do the 3-step system. It's a little dark. Look at all that product. You can get UGC and brand deals. You can get, hey girl, hey. You can get UGC and brand deals. You know, you can make a beauty business out of that alone. That's like how Jackie Aina started. Is as an influencer, right? Creating content for brands. And then Too Faced gave her a big deal where she helped them improve the diversity in their foundation shades, right? So there's so many different ways you can build a 6, 7, or 8-figure beauty business. And that's why I recommend DBA as your first stop to go in and explore. And then you can begin to figure things out. And like I said, I'm actually thinking about creating an entire academy like DBA, but it just being beauty focused, because there's so many different things that you can do. Like collagen can technically be a beauty product. It's also joints, right, and some other benefits, but collagen, that's beauty from the inside out. I've sold so much collagen in the last 3-4 years, baby. Collagen, oh my God. Collagen. I've sold powder collagen. I've sold liquid collagen. I've lost weight with collagen, right? I actually need to get back on my collagen. That's why my dark under eye circles, because those had pretty much been gone because of the liquid collagen that I was taking. So if you want any, I still sell it. All you got to do is hit me up. Right? So there's so many different ways you can build a 6-figure beauty business, okay? But you got to know who you are, your branding, and we have that branding module in DBA. There's a branding module inside of DBA valued at $1,000. I mean, that branding module is sick. That branding module is so good. And this is coming from someone with double master's degree, coming from someone with 32 years of sales, marketing, and leadership experience. I built myself as a personal brand, and I built the Haute Chocolat brand, okay? It's always so weird. Like, I might only see one person, but then there's always these people who request to join the live. It is so weird, okay? Can you hear that music in the background, Em? Can you hear that music? I thought I'd be able to attract more flies to my honey with some music. Okay, you can, but I just don't like it to be too loud. And, I wanted to try to use something that hopefully if I decide to put it on YouTube, I won't get like a copyright, thing or whatever. So yeah. It's some Chicago house music mixes. I love me some house music. I love house music. Where I live, I could get both Chicago and Milwaukee radio stations and TV stations. Thank you. I really don't have on a lot of makeup, but I did my skincare this morning. I did my deep cleanse with my facial steamer, which is in my Amazon store. I exfoliated, and then I did my pink clay mask, which tightens and deeply, like, it's got all that hyaluronic acid in there that gets into the deep layers of the skin. I did end up putting on a little bit of concealer, some mascara, and then I decided to put on some lipstick, and so that color is filtered, but look at that glow. That's real. That's real. That is real. Okay. So, do you have to wear makeup to sell makeup? No, because you could build a faceless brand. My account with 25,000 followers on Instagram that I got orders from all around the world in my sleep was faceless. The company that I was partnered with, they had these group of girls that they called mavens that would create all kinds of content for us. The only reason I started creating beauty content was my Facebook group, my FB community. They didn't want to see those girls. They wanted to see me, who was similar in age to them. They wanted to see me. I was like, but I got these girls, and they're going to do a better job than I ever could. But I got better at it. I'll promise you, I got better at my makeup application. And people started to buy from me because they said, I've seen how you've grown. Right? Because it was inspiring people. I wasn't trying to. I just was trying to, get new customers. The vast majority of people who have bought makeup or skincare from me, I never would have done the business with if not for digital marketing. I've done business in places I've never set foot. And I don't mean rooms, I mean countries. I've never been to Monaco. I've never been to Spain. I've never been to the United Kingdom. But my little makeup business did take me to Cancun. It did take me to the Dominican Republic. It did take me to Bismarck, North Dakota. It did take me to San Diego. It did take me to Arizona. I've been on multi-million-dollar yachts because of my little beauty business. Okay? That picture a couple posts back, with the trend of that sound, and you make up a story about the 80s, that's not true. I actually took that picture on a yacht in Miami back when I first started my beauty business in 2013. I've been on 2 or 3 different yachts, multi-million-dollar yachts. I've had dinner with billionaires. Yeah, because of my little makeup business. Okay, so I used to hear it from so many different people who were best friends, who were people that I love. How's your little makeup business? And they don't realize what they're saying and how hurtful it is until I started posting about it, and then it stopped. And I didn't post it to be passive aggressive. I was posting it to connect with my ideal client, who was also a beautypreneur and was hearing the same thing. And the side effect of that was the people who had been saying that stopped saying it because they realized it was hurtful. But I'm guilty too. My daughter was starting a fashion business at one point, and I would ask her as her mom, but realize those words just came out of my mouth because it was so commonplace for people to say it, and I would immediately apologize and say, I'm not minimizing what you do. I shouldn't say that. I hate when people say that to me, right? How's your little business going? But yeah, right? So that little makeup business has taken me a lot of places I probably wouldn't have otherwise seen, and I'm a well-traveled person. I traveled for a job. My first job out of college, I worked for 5 years and traveled. Okay? And my mom made sure we got travel experiences as kids. I did that with my children, and my daughter does it with my grandchildren. My grandchildren are so traveled, it's crazy. I'll never forget, we were in, it was 1999, don't ask me how I remember. It was 1999, and we went to Clearwater, Florida for vacation. It was me and my 2 girls traveling by ourselves. And we went to Busch Gardens. And the 2 things I really remember about this trip, we went to Busch Gardens, and my youngest daughter was like 3 at the time. She rode the kamikaze planes for like a half an hour because I was smart enough to know to go the week before Thanksgiving, and we would have the park pretty much to ourselves, and we did. So they let her just keep riding. She didn't want to get off. And I remember too, at the hotel, we stayed at the Sheraton, Sand Key. And my oldest daughter, I'm like, where are you getting these popsicles from? She was going to the little concession stand and getting a popsicle and signing for them and charging them to my room. And this is the one with the little 4-year-old that likes red lipstick and nail polish and, you know, and all of that. She was going to the thing and getting popsicles for her and her sister. She was like 9 years old, 8, 9 years old, and charging them to my room. Like, girl, you gonna have to get a job, right? Like, who does that? Just, oh, like, you ain't rich, you ain't Paris Hilton or somebody. You out here just charging stuff. So, yeah, your little beauty business, like, I'm telling you, the number 1 and 2 by transaction volume is mascara and eyeliner. And your people will look you dead in the face and tell you they don't wear makeup and have makeup on. Right? They will look you dead in the face and say that they don't wear makeup. Because when they say makeup, they mean foundation. They don't think of the mascara as makeup. They don't think of the eyeliner as makeup. They don't think of the lip gloss as makeup. They don't think of the eyebrow pencil or the eyebrow powder as makeup. I gotta adjust my booty, getting a little tired of sitting in the same spot. Okay, welcome. Is it Juan and Mr. Stylist? My stylist, okay? So you can build a 6, 7, or 8 figure business, whether you're a makeup artist, a esthetician, a hairstylist, a, what was I gonna say? Oh, don't even get me started on the what were they calling themselves? Veneer techs. That's not even a real job, but that's some good marketing. That's not even a real thing, right? So yeah, you can build, when you combine digital marketing with, you know, a beauty business, I mean, it's how Kylie became a billionaire. Or, well, I don't know if she actually became a billionaire, but y'all know what I'm talking about. I mean, Kylie really made her coins between digital marketing and color cosmetics, right? It was genius to do those lip kits, to pair the lip kit, the lip pencil, and the lipstick together. That was genius, right? Because like I said, I always, when I do a beauty business training, I teach you sell in 3s. Or at the bare minimum, you sell a do-up. But ideally, you want to sell in 3s, right? Think about it. When you go on Amazon and you search for something and you scroll down on that page, it's going to say people who search for this or people who purchase this also purchase these 2 other items. I promise you, go on Amazon and search and you will see that, right? So why don't you do that with your beauty business, right? If someone is buying a shampoo, you should probably also be selling them a conditioner and maybe a treatment, okay? And that is why consultations are nice. That is why, go back and watch on YouTube the video I did on Market Like Beyonce, and I walked through her lead magnet. She's got 2 lead magnet funnels on her website, and I walked through those, okay? I walked through those, right? So these are things that you need to have in your beauty business. You've got to combine digital marketing with your beauty business, right? Everybody wants to say Beyonce don't know marketing. She know marketing enough to have the ability to collect text messages and to offer a discount on your first order. And she has an online automated quiz that is collecting leads 24/7 while she's doing whatever. Writing songs, singing songs, performing concerts, hanging with her family, traveling the world with her man, right? And aside from if she was Beyonce, take her celebrity out of it, take her billions out of it, and just focus on the fact that this is a business that she, regardless of who she is, does not have to be attached to. because of the automation, the lead generation, right? If you are a salon, the best place to be there. I remember there was this one salon locally. I wanted her to do my hair so bad after I graduated college, but I could never get in. She was not taking new clients. That's the ideal position to be in, where you are not taking new clients, right? But what's even more ideal than that is you don't have to have a full roster of clients. You can only work with a select few and charge them what you want to, because you've got other streams of income coming in from digital marketing, like from selling not only digital products, but actually drop shipping and e-commerce, which are part of DBA. Like, if you want a 6 or 7 or 8 figure beauty business, I would definitely suggest that you get DBA, that you join DBA, and you join today when you can get volumes 1 and volume 2 for the low $111. The price goes up to $333 on Monday. Okay, I was going to show you, I've shown you the classroom. Let's look at the community. I love showing the community. Okay, so let's look at share your wins. Family, finally, first sale is in the books. 2 weeks in. Well, it's a good feeling when you get your first sale. This is just the beginning. Let's go, DBA family. Keep pushing, be consistent, and stay encouraged. I'm going to drop a congrats, and then I'm going to show it to you. Something just downloaded to my iPad, so it's full of memory, so it's slow. I'm going to have to delete some apps. This is annoying. I'll have to do that later because that's just taking too long. Made another sale. I was so scared to go live a week ago, and now I'm making sales 20 minutes into my live. I can't say it enough. If you want to change your life, get uncomfortable. I'm so excited for what's to come. DBA is truly a gem. Right there. Oh my God, I'm so excited, y'all. Made my first sale. DBA. Because you can sell DBA, you can sell the bulk, but you can also learn. You can learn and earn with DBA, okay? Yes, day 2, and another sale in the bag. Shocked, so much value. I am so shocked, ladies. You've done an incredible job. So much value for a tiny price. Can't wait for volume 2. You get volume 2 for free when you join today and tomorrow. On Monday, you got to pay for volume 2. Okay, volume 1 and volume 2 will be $333 on Monday. Where today, you can join for actually only $27 down with Klarna or Afterpay, okay? Okay, so shocked, so much value right there, okay? What time is it? First sale, good morning. I just woke up to money in your sleep, okay? If you want to build a 6 or 7, 8 figure beauty business, there's no way around it. You're gonna have to have digital marketing, because it's the only way you're gonna be able to make money in your sleep. Because you can't do people's hair. You can't do people's makeup. You can't do people's teeth or any of that while you're sleeping. You just can't, okay? People are winning with DBA. People are winning. Second sale in 2 days. Where did it go? What? I launched my website and made 14 sales in 2 hours. I launched my website yesterday and went live last night and made 14 sales in 2 hours. I'm so proud of myself, and thanks to my community. You not understanding how DBA is changing people's lives. This is your sign to keep going. 14 sales in 2 hours. I'm gonna wrap this up, go get me something to eat, and come back and go live over on IG, because my goodness. Let me know what questions you have in the comments, okay? And this is something they're selling for only $57 using Shopify, right? That's all going to be in DBA Volume 2, okay? DBA Volume 2 is going to have so much in there. My first sale within 3 days. Guys, I am late to share this news with you all, that as a complete beginner, I made my first sale with DBA within just 3 days. A huge thank you to our creator, Brooklyn, for her incredible support. Without her, I wouldn't have been able to achieve this. Welcome, Sarah Morris Martin. Over 2K in 5 days with only DBA. Only DBA, $2,000 in 5 days. I didn't plan on reselling DBA. Okay, this is what I'm reading to you. I didn't plan on selling DBA. I bought it because I saw the value in it. And that's what all I'm talking to you about here is the value that's in DBA. Okay, it fit perfectly within my product suite because having multiple streams of income is a must, and it's what I teach. On Monday, I shared it with my students so they can take advantage of the sale. 4 signups immediately. I was like, okay, let me see something. I figured I'd just take advantage before July 1st and put my skills to work like how I'd sell anything else. Well, it's 5 days later and I just got my 20th sale for DBA. I've been so busy with home life that I haven't even been able to post on IG about it. It's all through FB. 9 students and 11 strangers. Posting tomorrow on IG. I'll keep you posted. Okay. So, DBA. That's all I can say. Like my man, DBA. Get you some. Y'all better come over here and get you some of this. What is it? A chicken salad? You better get you some DBA. Better get you some DBA. I gotta decide what I want for lunch today and dinner, because I usually just make it one meal. It's like I'm over burgers. I've had so many burgers, way too many burgers recently. I don't want pizza. I've had enough pizza to last a while. I could always go for some tacos, so I might go do that, have tacos again. What do I want? What do I want? What are you having for lunch or dinner? Welcome, Digital CEO Millionaire. Hey. Oh, we're talking about building at least 6-figure business with beauty products. And I was explaining my journey with digital products and how I've built both my personal brand as well as a beauty brand, Haute Chocolat. But I was not selling my own products. I was selling other people's products, but you can do both. How my little makeup business has taken me to places I've never been: San Diego, Bismarck, North Dakota, Cancun, Dominican Republic. It's taken me to Arizona, places I have been, like Atlanta, New York. I've been on billionaires' yachts, you know, just the usual stuff, right? From selling, little lipstick, where people told me that I was crazy to drop my corporate career, and I was too talented and educated for that, but I made it work. I mean, and I've got the awards here. I'm looking at least 3 different awards right now that I have out, and there's more for my beauty product sales. Okay, so it's definitely doable, and I've looked at the DBA and what's in there because I own it and I can sell it, and I would just recommend just getting the DBA. If you want to build a 6-figure business, DBA is your girl. you want DBA. You want to join DBA. The modules in there are what you need to build a beauty business. Because you know what? You can sell the things that you have done for you that are beauty related in DBA, but none of them are going to really help you build that business, because everything is covered from business formation to credit, budgeting, the business in a box itself for beauty, plus the digital marketing and the content vault. It's all there. Everything you need is there, minus inventory of product and tools and things like that. You know, but there's so many different avenues you can go, you might not even need those things, right? So if you want to build a six-figure beauty business, you got to know who it is that you are as a brand. What does your brand value, and who do you serve, and what motivates them? Why do they want to wear that lipstick? Why do they want their skin to glow? Right? And I'm not one of those that, oh my God, the bad makeup companies have convinced me that I'm ugly without their product. No, baby, I look good with or without their product. I look good. But I look really good when I put it on. And you know what? I feel even better. So that's why, right? So you have to know and understand these things. But it's not just makeup. That's just where my area of expertise is. And honestly, skincare, I made more money with skincare than I did with makeup over the years, right? Because even when I was customizing foundations and selling customized foundation packages, I would still also recommend an essential skincare kit. So that was your cleanser, your toner, and your moisturizer, right? Because they got to take that makeup off, and they got to keep the makeup is only going to be as good as the skin that's sitting up under it, right? And then I would also sell them hair, skin, and nails. Beauty from the inside out. So, you know, you got to have a strategy is what I'm saying. You got to have a strategy. And I don't know, I might sell my strategy. Might do it. Just might. But in the meantime, you can join the Digital Boss Academy and you can become a digital beauty boss. And it only takes $27 down. It only takes $27 down. In fact, if you join DBA while I am live, I will actually, I did a video training. It's about an hour long and it's called Marketing 101. But I walk you through a year of my content. A year, planning out your year, because I basically would run the same content every year because it's seasonal, right? So it's basically, you know, Marketing 101 and how to market your beauty business. I actually have a couple different trainings I can give you at no additional charge if you join while I am live. Okay, I will give you those additional trainings. Okay. Oh, beauty, it's such a fun business. It's a really fun business. It can be trying though, and that's why I'm so happy that there is a millionaire mindset module in the community, because you know, working with people is not always the most fun thing in the world. They can irk your nerves. They can really make you question why you do what you do. Okay. Collagen. I've sold a lot of collagen over the last 3-4 years. A lot of collagen. Because I am the brand. You are the brand, you are the content, you are the algorithm. Okay? So you can build a faceless beauty brand. Oh, Chocolate on Instagram was faceless for several years. It's gone now because I don't really even know what happened. Somebody says maybe I got hacked. I don't know what happened, but I never got the account back. Over 10 years of work and 25,000 followers. A lot of the content, however, I actually still have though, because it is on a Tumblr. So I still actually have the content, but it doesn't matter because it's old content. And I don't even sell those products anymore. So anyway, let me know what questions you have. I'm gonna go soon and go get some lunch, figure out what I'm going to eat for lunch and dinner. What do y'all suggest? I don't know what I want. I had chicken yesterday. I might go back and get another salad down at by the marina. I might go to the chart room and try their lobster grilled cheese, because that looked really good and I've been wanting to try it. So that's the thing. That's what's really nice about having something like DBA. That's today money. That's today money. You get paid for that right now. So if there's something that you need or you want, you can make those sales, like I was just showing how people are making sales, and you will get your money paid to you. Like, I know, I don't even know how it works, because I had my Stripe account since like 2015, 2016. But it used to be you'd have to wait like a day or two to get paid. Now you can get paid. You can pay out as soon as they have made the charge. You can pay out, and they keep their little fee. So digital products, no, I'm telling you, I don't care who you are, what you do. If you never have any idea you want to be an employee, which is the riskiest place to put your future, by the way. If you want to be an employee for the rest of your life, more power to you. But just know that you still need to market, because at any point you may need to look for a job. I have several friends who've been displaced again in the last year, in the last 6 months, 4 to 6 months, displaced. Right? Last night I told the story of someone I know. It's been a couple years since this happened to her, but she worked at a company for over 30 years, and she worked and only used their software. Now, she can't have any control over that, but I still would have been finding other skills to have, right? And so they merged about 3 or 4 years ago, maybe even longer than that, with one of their competitors. And right away, that competitor eliminated redundancies, and they kept their own people. Can't fault them for that. So here she is with 30 years in a skill set that is not transferable. Not transferable. And she never ventured out and created any type of side hustle or anything, right? Now, last year, my uncle, who he and his family are huge RVers, he's got a huge, beautiful RV. He got back from a trip with his family and found out that his job, where he'd worked for over 20 some years, was shutting down. But his skills were transferable. So he was able to find a replacement job and actually make like hella more money within weeks, right? But that's because his job is more of a trade, and it's more of a high in demand skill set as a trucker, right? So you never know when it's going to happen to you. But just know that the more money you make, the more education you have, it's going to happen, and it's going to happen more than once. It tends to happen. And so what is your backup plan? Those bills still are going to have to get paid. And that's why I always coach people to market what they already know. Hey girl, hey, thanks for the love. To market what they already know and love. You know, I've been meaning to talk to you. I really think you should look at DBA and start creating some digital products. Girl, with what you do and your skill set, you definitely can be making money in your sleep with digital marketing. We need to talk. You need to look at DBA. And if you join today or tomorrow, you'll get volumes 1 and 2. I know you're like, what does that mean? Yeah, we need to have a conversation. I'm actually going to be getting up here soon and going to and get some lunch so we can chat while I get whatever it is I'm going to have for lunch. Okay? My favorite place, they're only open for brunch, so they close in 12 minutes. I know I'm not going to make it. But yeah, we need to talk, because DBA, girl, yeah, we'll chat. I'll hit you up in the inbox. We'll chat, because digital products, it is such a good feeling to wake up to money you made in your sleep, right? Beauty products. I sell beauty products in my sleep all around the world. I wake up to sales in my sleep. Some of them are customers who just keep ordering over and over. Okay? They use the product up, because that's what I'm telling you about beauty products. You want to market a consumable product that the customer is going to use and need to use again. And then you can give them an incentive to put that product on auto replenishment, on auto billing, where they are billed and it is shipped to them automatically. Right? And I don't mean do that in a shady way, because like in California, I know there are rules and laws that you got to remind them like 3 or 5 days in advance or something like that, right? And they got to check certain boxes that they acknowledge it. So those are things to take into consideration, and that's why you got to have your legal team and your financial team in place if you want to go that route. Or I don't personally do that. I partnered with a company that has all that in place, so I don't get 100% of that. I get a percentage of that, up to 40%. And I'm good with that. Because I also can bring in other affiliates, and I can get a cut on what those affiliates sell, and I do. Okay? And I do that also. So it's a beautiful thing to wake up to money you've made in your sleep. To be able to, I know you are like me, you like to be able to work from wherever you are. You like to travel, and you like to make money no matter where you're at, right? I've been with my grandkids at a basketball game and made sales in the UK at that. I've been sitting on the beach in San Diego, notification, made a sale. I've been on the beach in Miami, and like 3 or 4 sales came in from the United Kingdom and other countries. Okay, and those were beauty products, right? So the digital, you can't just think of a beauty business as a hair salon, as a brick and mortar business anymore. Everybody needs to look at how they can make money in their sleep 24/7, 365. The vast majority of people that I have done business with, regardless of whether it was a physical beauty product, regardless of if it was my consulting services, regardless of if it was a digital course, ebook, or workbook, or whatever, I would have never been able to do business with those people if not for digital marketing. Okay? Because digital marketing made me and my products and services available in places that I would not have been able to be in. I would not be able to be in that place and where I am geographically at the same time. Okay? We all have these super powered iPhones that we pay $1,000 for. And DBA you can join for only $27 with Klarna or Afterpay. Go to the link in my bio, and it is the third button, okay? You can use that phone, and you can not only potentially, because I'm not a tax advisor, could it be a write-off, but you can use that to make more money. My laptop is a $3,000 MacBook Pro. $3,000 MacBook Pro that I take out insurance on. As a home-based business, I take out insurance on this. Okay? Because it's a $3,000 MacBook Pro. I walked in and put down cash and walked out with a $3,000 computer because of digital marketing and being monetized on social media platforms. And that is why DBA is so powerful. And it's only 100. Like the value that's inside of DBA is insane. The branding module alone is worth $1,000. The branding module alone is worth $1,000. Okay, there's a module in there on business credit, building your personal credit, how to form your business, forming your business. There's a module coming from somebody who makes $20,000 a day in the stock market, $100,000 a week in the stock market. So the money that you make from digital marketing, not only do you reinvest it in getting the tools that you need, because there's nothing worse than somebody who's in digital marketing, whether they think they're in digital marketing or not. They might just think they're in a beauty business, but they're in a digital marketing, right? They're using digital marketing, but their images and their videos are crappy because they're on a 2009 iPhone. There's nothing worse than that. Like, invest in yourself, reinvest your earnings, right? Make your money make money for you. So DBA is beyond, it's not, just like people used to always, your little makeup business, they would, I've talked to people who I know create courses and they have the audience that would be perfect for DBA. But because they have a limited thinking, they have a scarcity mindset, they don't see the value of, helping their people free themselves and giving them the tools, right? It's like it's like the social worker doesn't want to see her caseload get off welfare because she won't have a job. That's the mentality that some of these people have out here, is they're the caseworker and you're on welfare. They fear that if you join DBA, you won't ever need to buy another course from them, and that's just not the case. That's not the case at all. It's $111 course. Y'all giving DBA too much credit. And DBA is the bomb. I mean, I've shown these results. Let me get back in here. $2,000 and what? Was it 14 hours or 14 days? Ooh, I'm getting hungry. I gotta go eat. I will definitely be going to the water because that's where the money resides. Going down by the marina in the boats. Over 2K in 5 days with only DBA. 2K. Okay, I didn't plan on reselling DBA. It comes with resale rights. You can sell product in there that's done for you individually, but in my opinion, I'm gonna just sell the vault and keep it moving. Because I know what it's like to, put product out there that doesn't move. Not even the golden child of marketing hits gold every time, right? So the highest converting offer is DBA itself. That's not to say that there's not product in there that people won't value, right? So if you are a beauty pro and you want to, put some digital marketing behind your business, the best thing is to buy DBA, and everything you need is within in there, versus me selling you one at a time, this course or that course or this flyer or that. Just buy them, just spend the money and get DBA, and now you can also create an additional stream of income. And that is what scares a lot of these people. They don't want you to become their competition. But if you're going to be that competition, you're going to be that competition anyway. Because let me tell you, my mentors, they never had a problem. They were excited when I said I was launching my own program, course, and consulting, as they should be. Okay? So y'all got to really think about some of these people that you paying and what they really think about you. They scared that you're going to be their competition. I'm just saying. Trying to get back here. Ooh, I am hungry. My first sale within 3 days. Guys, I am late to share this news with you. All that as a complete beginner, I made my first sale with DBA within just 3 days. A huge thank you to our creator, Brooklyn, for her incredible support. Without, I would not have been able to achieve this. 3 days. You get 100%. I don't get anything when you sell DBA. I don't get anything. I get nothing. That's all you, boo. And you get 100%. And in most cases, you get access to that money right away. I'm not sure. There might be the slight chance that it might be 2 business days before you get access to the money. But I believe if you use Stan Store, you're going to get access to your money right away. In fact, when somebody starts with Klarna for $27 or Afterpay, you still get the full $111 minus your Stripe fees. Did you hear what I just said? They get started for only $27 and you get the full $111. Okay? So, yeah, it is 2 o'clock. I am going to go. I will have to come back live later because it is definitely time for me to go find something to eat. I will talk to you later. Bye.